Hey, a great Sunday evening. Sunday evening. Not even close to being Sunday evening. It's Monday evening, I'm sure. Hey, a great Monday evening. And let me say, um, folks, stop texting me. And I say that nicely. Please stop texting me. You know, we're at a meeting here at PUB, and I'm trying to get ready for a meeting. And on top of all that, I'm also doing a little bit of work, you know. And Royal, where have you been? And I'm having to answer text, and I go like, guys, I'm getting and answering calls, and guys, and a lot of it was work related, but I'm getting a lot of messages from friends, and they're going like, "What's happening? Tell me what's going on. Oh, where you at? Where?" Or like, bitch, calm down. We already said we're getting ready for the meeting. Hold your horses. Let me get ready for the meeting. And everybody else as well. Well, I can't be answering a thousand text messages. And then what's worse, and when you start answering text messages, or when you start to see text messages or WhatsApp messages, and everyone's going out there and putting little question marks on it, like, why haven't you answered yet? I'm going like, bitch, wait. Let me get to a place where, you know, calm down, folks. I mean, we're doing the best we all can. Hey, guys.
Hey, we're still lagging.
It sounds a little bit better.
Yeah?
Well, it's kind of weird.
Carl's going to connect with the phone.
Because your sound is good. It's just your picture is going like in slow motion.
Ah, okay.
That's
try to stay in a still shot.
That's what happens when you have a cricket phone. But I was telling folk how, I'm sure this happened to you all, but I'm getting messages and WhatsApp calls and everything from everyone going like, tell me what's going on. And I'm going like, you just asked me 3 minutes ago. Calm down, folks.
Yeah, my phone hasn't stopped.
It's weird. Welcome to my world. And look, God bless everyone. I love y'all. But guys, y'all do this to me all the way till like 1:00 in the morning. And you know, guys, this happens every day for me. And I'm going like, guys, calm down. But I was telling people what's worse. I don't know if y'all had this happen to y'all, that they start putting like the question mark once you don't respond to them like immediately. And we're like, don't put the question mark. Wait. We're busy, especially today. As I think all of us were excited about getting to the PUB board meeting. And let me say, I expected a little bit more people there. I actually expected the Sierra Club to be there. They were there before, and a couple of the other folks. And I don't know if because some individuals were sending me messages like, "We didn't know there was a meeting."
Yeah.
Did y'all get that?
Some weren't let in. Somebody asked me to let them know what the status is because they weren't letting them in. And this was like around 6, I think. So I don't know if at a certain point, they didn't let them in or what. I don't know.
Well, at 6:00, they were still in executive session.
Yeah, I'm not sure. She texted me, but I'm not sure exactly what time it was.
Yeah, I think that what happens is, guys, there's nothing to be in there for. After they rushed off into executive session, there's not really much to do except wait. And I sort of figured that they were going to take 3-4 hours at least deliberating, maybe
Are
more.
they out?
No.
Oh.
Well, no one has sent me anything in regards to if they're in or out. But my guess, guys, this is, and one of the things that I think that, and Zeke Silva was there. Zeke did a great job. One of the things that Zeke Silva said, or maybe it was you, Kayla, that said that, or was it Frankie? I don't know. That they seemed like to be shrinking in their seats. The board members,
I,
or did I just imagine that?
whoa, she lost an arm there.
Sorry, guys.
I didn't. I think they were already kind of timid when they came in. They knew what was going to happen. I mean, I'm sure they are privy to the public comments and who's commenting. So I'm sure that they were a little timid to begin with.
Yeah, well, it was trippy because when I arrived, Dr. Cisneros was there, and I had a conversation with her, and it's kind of funny because she goes, "Erasmo, you threw me under the bus," and I'm going like, "What do you mean I threw you under the bus, Dr. Cisneros?" She said, "You said that I was probably going to go out there and vote for all the Republicans," and I said, like, I don't remember saying that, but maybe I did. And what I meant was, no one in their right mind would vote for any of these damn Democrats because they're the incumbents. Not so much because they're Democrats, because they're the incumbents, and they all gotta go. And I said sorry, but it was funny, Susan, because I got there, and a couple of the board members were passing by, and Sampaio comes back and he goes like, "Hey," and I go like, "Hey," and I said, "I'm not sure how to shake your hand," and he goes, "Well, like always, it's okay." I go like, "There's nothing wrong." Exactly. No, no, no. I don't care about the politics part of it. I meant because of COVID, if we should do the fist bump or handshake. Oh. And I,
He actually came back and talked to us too. I think he knows Kayla and her husband, and so he came back and sat there and talked to us and thanked us for making public comments and that kind of. So the first time ever in the whole time he's been there that anyone has ever requested to make public comments.
yeah, he
That's not a
said,
good thing.
yeah, I think y'all shared that he had stated that.
Yeah.
And I shared with Susan and Kayla, if I'm trying to get Kayla back on, Susan, Kayla, and Carlo, that part of the reason that a lot of folks, you know, don't sign up and go to these meetings is because most people in the city of Brownsville, wanted to believe that everything was as it should be,
Mhm.
at PUB. Uh, I think once the rates started to go up the way that they did, I paid more attention to PUB because of the increase in rates and because I knew about Tanasca
Right.
and about all the other misdoings. And I'm very proud. I don't know. I think it was Glory. Glory that went out there. I think she's been sharing your post, Susan, and she's been sharing
Oh,
Glory. And she went. I don't know, or Yasmin. I don't know which one, but they literally went back to my post in 2015, in 2016, in 2017. I don't know how they found those damn posts, but they
Mhm.
surely found them and shared them. So we knew that had happened. Everything, but when the audit hit, I think that just blew everybody's mind.
Yeah. As it should have.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Well, what other reaction could have anyone expected?
Yeah.
And one of the things I think that Carlo mentioned or Kayla mentioned, I can't remember, or C, it's not going up there and like we're all there just talking for ourselves. There's a lot of people hurting in the city of Brownsville. And, I think that a lot of people are grateful that some of us are going to the meetings. And,
Mhm.
one of the things that I've shared, I completely understand. I think, Susan, you mentioned that the time really sucked, and
Mhm.
it does. But I think a lot of people are appreciative that someone is out there saying something.
Mhm.
Have y'all gotten messages from people?
Yes.
I talked to somebody, and the expectation is that it will be 7-0 for administrative leave for the moment. Uh,
Pending an investigation?
and crossing I's and or crossing their T's and dotting the I's as far as legal goes, because obviously this man has a lot of money that he stole and he could hire an attorney to say wrongful termination, et cetera, make
Mhm.
the city of Brownsville spend money on litigating that issue. So the expectation is administrative leave for the moment.
Yeah. And I think that the City of Brownsville Commission has to somehow be involved in that decision somehow or another, I'm sure. Um, and you know what? That's a good start. That's a good start. If it's administrative leave without pay, so be it at this point. Um, but I think it shouldn't be, anything less than that. No resignation, and no continuance of his job at this point.
Correct.
I agree. And one thing that again, one thing that I mentioned this morning, and I've been trying to tell a lot of people. I look, I understand the sentiment. I want the guy gone forever and ever and ever and ever, completely. But one thing that I think no one should ever lose focus, guys. He didn't do this by himself.
Mm-mm.
Yeah.
Mhm.
You know, I just don't want the people of Brownsville to accept a scapegoat.
Oh, did you see your look at your comment? Brownsville Herald just posted this just in. Brownsville PUB votes to put CEO John Brusiak on administrative leave with pay
With
for
Ah,
Oh,
60 days.
what?
Slap in the face.
60 days?
A nice paid vacation. That's real smart.
Wow.
Wow.
oh,
Tomorrow,
that was so stupid.
Uh,
Mm.
that was not a win.
No, that was so stupid.
The guy has stole our money. Let's just give him more.
Wow.
That is
wow.
so stupid.
Wow.
Now, my opinion is that board needs to resign.
Yep.
I mean, that.
Um, well, you know what? Now at this point, okay,
Wow.
this is an insult.
Yeah.
This is an insult to the people of Brownsville. Many people have lost their jobs. Many
Mhm.
people have lost their ability to pay their light bill. Many people have gotten disconnection notice.
There's a lot of suffering in our community. Period.
And as this point, this guy is suffering nothing.
Mm-mm.
Nothing. And look, administrative leave, fine. The pay.
No pain. How
That's
do
it.
you put somebody on administrative leave with pay? So you send them to Cancun for 60 days?
Yeah. He's laughing now.
Yeah,
That's why he was sitting there smiling. He doesn't care. He expects no consequences.
that's playing both sides of the fence right there. That's trying to appease us and him at the same time.
Yeah.
Mhm.
That
Very sad.
is insulting. And I think we're at that point now that tomorrow we are going to have a city meeting. Um, we're going to have a city meeting tomorrow. I do have a wedding to perform very, very quickly, but I will be at the meeting, guys. And let me say this: uh, the PUB board needs to go.
Yes.
Yes.
They
After
all need to go.
100%.
And my prayer is that the city commission either gets the ball rolling and removes every single one of them, like they did with the GPIC board. They've done this before. The problem is that they're not going to.
We're
They
gonna
won't.
put. We're gonna have to
Well, you
keep.
know that the charter is very strict about that, about how they can remove PUB. Very, very strict, as a matter of fact.
one at a
They
time.
can only remove one during a 12-month period.
That's so
Look at that
much.
charter. It's very strict about it.
That's just ridiculous,
Yeah.
you know. And the charter needs to change.
Yeah.
Charter needs to change. The PUB board needs to change, and by God, this city commission needs to change.
You know, it's sad because prior to this outcome, sitting at the meeting waiting for it to start, I still had some faith in them. I was giving them the benefit of the doubt, thinking that, they weren't part of this, but when with the project deal and they're going to be more, but After tonight's outcome, forget about it.
Wow, they want more people outraged. It's just ridiculous.
I mean, it just goes to show how frivolous they are with our money. They don't care. You put somebody on that just has been accused and of stealing millions and lying and misrepresenting and overstating and every other negative word in the dictionary, and then you continue to pay him. The guy's not going to become homeless if you don't pay him, obviously.
Meanwhile, the community is
Suffering.
60-day vacation. 60-day leave at our expense, the citizens of Brownsville.
So what? Why 60 days? What are they expecting to happen in 60 days?
Brownsville people be,
You're
I
gonna
don't
go
know.
back CEO?
No, well, they cannot put job looking help wanted sign unless they are going to are they saying that they're going to terminate the guy. They're not terminating the guy. What's going to happen after 60 days?
Exactly.
They expect us to forget about this, I guess. And then he continues and he runs another scam, and they benefit this time.
If he isn't already running another one, because he is part of things, right?
With pay.
I wonder if the city commission can step into that and, well, let's see. No, the mayor's not a voting member, right? On the PUB board?
No, I think he is.
No, he's ex officio. That's not a voting member, is it?
Well, again, I'm not too sure, but I think he is the seventh vote on there, isn't he?
I don't think
There's not 5 board members.
7 votes.
There's 6 board members, and then there's the mayor.
maybe he does. Maybe he's not appointed or elected. It's just by his position, but he's still a voting member.
Yeah. Let's go to the comments because I think we're losing a lot of comments. Y'all good evening. Many blessings to all. Many blessings. Yep, with pay. With pay. Look at this. People are upset. Ha. Wow, incredible. Administrative leave.
Up tomorrow, people.
Yes.
Que burla. He's probably going to get away with a slap in the hand as well as all the others involved. Todos se tapan uno a otro. He makes over $30,000 a month. $60,000 for free.
Yeah, that's awesome.
So basically, you send him on a paid vacation.
Yep.
John, the B was everybody in his pocket. This freaking city people totally suck. Compadres covering for each other, but the one that needs to be thrown into the slammer is the county judge.
Well, not only him.
Change starts with tossing the incumbents. Yeah. What a weak check. Blunder on a move. That's a joke. That's a weak check. We want our money back with interest.
Yeah.
Doesn't Bruchak, the douchebag, own a condo at the island and a house on Stagecoach neighborhood? Time to no. Please don't. Please don't. Please don't. Please no egging. Trey Mendez helping the community. No, the commissioner de las chanclas. We want all of that out. They want people to stop going to the meetings within 60 days. They're all laughing at us.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is what hurts. It's just a joke to them now, at this point. I think they are just trying to appease everyone. And I'm praying that a lot of people out there in the city of Brownsville are going to be enraged.
I hope so too.
Of course, my phone's going crazy.
Huh?
My phone is going crazy.
Well, yeah. Let me say this.
How crazy we need to go be there.
Let me say that it just doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense. Any one of us, guys, any one of us would be in jail right now.
Without a doubt.
Any one of us would have law enforcement knocking at our door regularly, constantly. picking up your car, checking your computers,
Mm-hmm.
something. We got nothing. Nothing has changed.
Did that say by a 770, right? All in favor? Did
Mm-hmm.
it say all in favor?
Did I say that?
I don't know if it said all in favor. I wonder what the vote was. I wonder if anybody knows the vote count.
Vote count, people. We just got slapped in the face. He gets 60 days paid vacation. The Fajita Bandit got more jail time.
That's right.
50 years. Deregulate the utilities. Good evening.
Yeah.
Good evening. Good evening. See you tomorrow at Victor Caballero's event.
Mhm.
Tomorrow, I'm going to the BISD meeting. To the meeting. Oh, tomorrow there is. I don't think there's an event. It's a forum tomorrow. I'll be at the
Agreed.
meeting.
No,
Is it 3?
at 6.
Yeah, there's a meeting at 5. See if Minera Peña Canaries on them to get a reduced sentence. Minera Peña is out. She got nothing, no charges. Hey, that's one. Nice to see you again.
You
Nice to
said
see
that been cutting.
you, Michael. What else can be done? Go to the school. Go to the city meeting tomorrow, please. Please. They are showing their power and giving us crumbs again. They suck. Where does the mayor live? No egging anyone's house. Can anyone attend the city of Brownsville meeting tomorrow? Yes. Vote them
Mhm.
out. What is going on? Just tuned in. You know, it was kind of funny because I actually saw a post this morning, or someone commented on my one of my posts. They go like, "Can you fill us in on what's going on with this PUB thing?" And we're like, "Are y'all joking? What do you mean? What's going on with this PUB thing?" I mean, am I being naive that most people here in the city of Brownsville don't know what the hell is going on?
Oh, I'm sure. A very few percent of people actually do.
Uh, Good evening, y'all. Good evening, Baba. This is this. I'm not sure what that is. Taking you away in your pajamas. Oh, that happened to the. Do you remember that, right?
What?
That happened to the Pepto Wall tagger
Oh,
Oh.
within 24
Oh gosh, look at that. That comparison. That's a good comparison right there.
within 24 hours. 4 police officers rushed into her house, didn't let her put on a bra, dragged her from her house in her pajamas all the way to the police station, took a mugshot, and within the hour, Mayor Mendez had it posted on his social media site saying, "We caught this son of a bitch."
Her painting a wall. How dare her?
And in the meantime, he has this giant criminal in front of his face, and he's like, "Take a vacation, buddy, on our dime."
She's going to she's going to hell
Yes.
because she tagged my wall,
Well, Daddy Musk's
my
fault.
fugly wall. I mean, honestly, they went after that girl like it was no one's business, guys.
Somebody posted in here the fajita bandit.
Pizza Bandit got
They got more.
50,
Yep.
50 years. The meeting's at 5:30. 50 years for $1.2 million in fajitas. Must have been some good tasting fajita there.
and this guy can't even be made like can't get fired.
This guy gets a paid vacation.
You know, I think that's why the FBI or the Rangers or the local DA who I heard were there, they need to get involved because it appeared to me as what statements were being released by the PUB board or that horrible statement that they made, that they didn't really accept the report as is. And, you know, although the city did, the PU board didn't. And so if that's the case, then, you know, then the officials need to get involved and dig deeper. And obviously it's going to show. I mean, CRI had actual email proof. They had documents to review. They had nothing to gain by the report conclusion. So somebody else needs to get involved with the report, and the board needs to see that,
Well, my concern, Susan, is at this point, who do we trust? Do we trust our local law enforcement agencies to actually pursue this to the
No,
fullest extent of the power that is granted to them by the state of Texas?
nope.
I don't think so, because if I feel that if the district attorney was there before the meeting and then just walked out, now I'm just like, why did he even show up? Because if he really felt that it's as criminal as it is, they should have acted on it already.
Yeah.
Something.
We just have to keep pushing and keep our eyes on it, and
Give up, because that's what they want us to do.
Yeah. I agree with Susan, because let me tell you, as disheartening as this is,
Mhm.
because I'm at that point where I was going like, just let it all go. But that's what I think that they want us to do. Have that feeling of it's futile.
Mhm.
It's all for naught.
Yes, Ashley's right. Tomorrow, that's what they'll say at the city meeting. Well, he's suspended, so
Mhm.
Guys, we cannot give up.
Well, they have 60 days to figure out what they're going to do. So either they're going to terminate him, or they're going to send this over to, the authorities, because you can't put him on a paid 60-day leave and then say, okay, everything's better, come back. This has to be a setup for something else.
I hope so.
hey, that's a good idea, Paul.
What do you say?
I've just lost faith
Do like
in,
that.
in our local law enforcement. I've lost faith that, well, I've never had any faith in the PUB board. uh, you want to believe that these individuals, at least because of the pressure that they're supposedly feeling, that they're going to do the right thing. The right thing was to suspend the guy without pay at bare minimum, and then
Very-
tell us that they're going to investigate every single individual out there. I don't think that they're going to do either. Well, I know for a fact they're not going to suspend him without pay. I don't, I don't, I don't know who. Burger is definitely laughing his butt off at home. Yeah. City Commission meeting is at 5. Thank you, Mary Helen. Yeah, I didn't see Mary Helen there today, but I'll be there at 5. I have to do a quick little run. But because I have a wedding at 6 o'clock, I want to see if I can move it to 6:30.
Oh, just call the bride right up.
Well, sometimes they're very flexible. So we are not getting our money back.
Did you catch on? Did y'all stay for any of the agenda items and pay attention how unprepared they were in the presentation of those agenda items, and how the information was completely wrong?
I stayed for the first one, but what happened with the other ones?
Whatever approval that they were trying to get, he put in the documents 50,000, but it was actually for 4 million what we owed and had to pay to ERCOT.
Yeah, I heard that one.
I mean, it complete, and the mayor's like, and I don't know who was next to the mayor. I don't know these people, but
All right.
they were like, wait a minute, this information that we have here is completely wrong. I suggest it be tabled, and well, it can be tabled because it's due by Friday. I mean, I was cringing. I'm like, is this what has been representing us? And all of this money coming in, this
That's how
incompetence?
was being handled.
I'm sorry?
That's how that Tanasca deal was being handled.
Yeah. Very incompetent and unprepared. And it was, I don't know. Just
He
one of
didn't
the-
like. He didn't like the little rat up there. I don't know.
He put it in his coat. Did you see?
Did?
Yeah, he put it in his coat. He went right up there and put it in the coat pocket.
And he took a souvenir. Luis Sainz was there. Luis Sainz's staff was there
Yeah.
at the start of the meeting. They left as soon as the meeting started. So there's no lawsuit. Uh, Not yet. I've shared this, and I filed a small claims lawsuit. So I'm hoping that the court uh, awards me $20,000. But uh, hopefully, we are going to hear word about a class action lawsuit. I'm praying that this week we should get some information, and hopefully that puts a little bit more pressure on these folks. But again, the charter has to change, guys. Charter has to change. We got to get rid of this PUB board. They're tainted. They're all connected to Tony Martinez. They're all connected to all the other boards and committees that exist here in the city of Brownsville. It's all connected, guys. It's the same folks over and over again. And again, how can we trust any other project that they bring forward? What are the projects that that they've already sold to us? Well, of course, the mile internet crap and a half. That's Trey Mendes' business partner or compadre that owns that company. But think about the renovation project that they're going to supposedly start sometime with the El Jardín Hotel. You know, Sampaio and Cowan also sit on that housing authority board. They're the ones that are going to put all this money into renovating. Can we trust them
No.
with that multi-million-dollar project?
Clearly.
Project. A lot of people don't even know who Carlos Cascos is. You got to vote next month, Beto, because if you don't vote Beto, don't complain. And vote Beto is vote for Beto. Focus on local. 60 days enough to destroy incriminating evidence. Yeah, that probably not. Probably any and all evidence that they could have destroyed has probably all been destroyed. They've had enough time, guys. They knew the audit was coming. Just take off account number, address, and name from it, Paul. Why? This attorney sign sucks. That's the problem. They feel untouchable. Is that a Beto hat too?
Oh God.
What is it? Vicente Gonzalez.
Hey, bring me some Pepto, please.
That's how I felt today at the PUB building.
Law enforcement is inadequate. Yeah. Technically, they have to do something if they are putting him on leave. It's to further investigate and to get replacement. Let him go. If not, why would they place him on leave? Why with pay? That part I don't get.
Why was that an option?
Huh?
Why would that even be an option for him?
Well, okay, it is an option. It's
I
just
know.
the wrong option. Why is it so hard to just put him on leave without? I mean, he's already raped. I mean, it's not like he's suffering. If the charter says one board member per 12 months, take out one to set the example, and then we could change the charter and take out the rest that don't resign.
Yeah, I doubt that they'll resign, but they only have a term of 4 years, so I'm sure some of them are up.
Yeah, it's 4 years too long. Has anyone called the authorities on them, the sheriff or the Texas Rangers? Yeah, refund or not? No refund. Connect the dots to Leadership Brownsville. Look, I've been calling out Leadership Brownsville for the longest time. It's like a factory for all these damn rats because they leave Leadership Brownsville and then they go join all these boards and committees.
Not all of them. I'm class 32.
You were on Leadership Brownsville?
Yeah. But I'm standing on this side.
How long ago was y'all's group?
4 years ago.
Did y'all ever hear? Did y'all ever hear? Mendigo Erasmo's always bitching about Leadership Brownsville. No,
No. Not in my class.
because I always have. Because mostly La Limas, they still control Leadership Brownsville. Right now, Brian Martinez is like the head of Leadership Brownsville. You know, it's like this factory that's producing all these individuals that are going into these boards and committees and themselves becoming it's like this Lima's kid. I mean, the Lima's. I mean, I don't know if he's already a millionaire. Probably already is. You
Oh
know,
yeah,
huh? And
of
the
course
guy,
he is.
huh?
That guy's getting every benefit in Brownsville.
Everything,
Everything.
everything. The guy's raking it in, but he's one of Trey Mendez's yes people.
Hmm.
I mean, one of the whole group's yes people. Banking guys off your backs. Where do we file small claims court for this overcharge? Second floor of 835 East Levy. Charter
150.
proposal for tomorrow to remove PUB board more than one in a 12-month period. Well, actually, to change the charter, it has to come to a vote,
Hmm.
and it cannot come soon enough. But going back, do any of y'all think that this city commission is actually going to put changing the charter on the table?
No.
Mm-mm. No, they're not.
And that's the problem.
No,
And,
because Trey sits on both of them, the PUB and
what sucks, again, and this is what's frustrating for me. It feels like our hands are tied. You know that there's no repercussions for the PUB board unless it's the commissioners, and there's no repercussion for the city commissioners at this point because we could only get rid of 3 next time around.
Okay, but don't let that feeling beat you. I know you won't, but everybody else
Right.
gotta continue. Gotta continue to do whatever we can. Whatever we can.
Yes, and please, folks, please vote all incumbents
Out, out, out.
every single one of them. And I'll have faith if we get a clean sweep this November. And I know that sounds a little bit on the self-serving side because I'll be receiving the benefit of it. But I want people to stop thinking of it that way. Think of what is in your best interest. Just
Mhm.
watch Buzek is going to resign during his paid vacation.
No, he'll resign right at the end of it, but
Yeah.
not before.
But even then, I just think that these people are so arrogant and are so protected, that nothing will happen. Mayra Flores, she cares. Mayra Flores was there.
He didn't. He was kind of walking around like his shit didn't stink.
Yeah.
He was shaking the board's hands and smiling, and I mean, I could feel him breathing on me when I was standing next to him speaking. But other than that,
Or
he didn't look like he was worried at all.
he stole Carlos's rat.
Carlos's rat even had a name.
What size shirt do you wear?
Who, me?
Yeah.
Large.
No, he's gonna order you an Abbott shirt.
All the PUB evidence was buried with Ivanka Trump in the Bedminster golf course with all the other classified information. No. I had some great conversations with the local media today. And I want to thank Rudy Mireles for doing a great job. And let me say this, guys. I want to thank Derek Garcia. I know I've been very, very hard on Derek Garcia, but had a good conversation with Derek Garcia. And I'm very, very proud that they're out there, guys. Rudy Mireles basically stated, I don't know if it's okay for me to share this, that it's not over for them. They're going to continue to investigate this. And let me tell you, that's exactly what this city needs.
Exactly.
It needs journalists that have the resources to investigate this to the fullest. I'm very, very proud of Telemundo. They were there. The KRGV Spanish station, TV Azteca, was there. Guys.
UTRGV or what was that?
UTRGV. UTRGV writer was there.
UTRGV was there.
Mm-hmm.
I'm very, very proud. Class 20.
Ya ves?
Oh, he was the one that said to connect the dots all the way to Leadership Brownsville.
Oh, but he was there. He's part of it.
Thank you. I don't care for leadership. Anytime a member of the board or someone working under a contract is placed on leave due to a legal issue, they are placed on paid leave until their case goes to court. It's yeah, I want them out without leave, without pay.
Was
No,
Sylvia placed on paid leave,
well,
or was she just arrested?
he was arrested. Board members don't get paid.
Oh, that's right. She was a board member.
No, they move rocks and rename streets.
What?
I wonder what Rudy Mendez is going to say tonight at 10. That's going to be a good show tonight at 10. Can someone tell me how disappointed the people are? A tad. If they are on unpaid leave and then found not guilty, they can then sue for back pay. That's fine.
Yeah, that would be fine with me.
I'm good with that.
Let him go through.
What?
Let him make the effort.
Most of the time in their contract, it says that they must repay any pay they receive while on administrative leave if they are found guilty. Well, tomorrow I'm going to submit an open records request for his contract,
There you go.
and I'm going to submit an open records request for the finances of every single PUB board member.
Yep.
We need to be able to referendum on big PUB issues. I'd rather have him checking meters at minimum wage rather than have him a 2-month paid vacation.
I'm actually
Mayra Flores just got there late in time to photo up and use cameras.
Yes. Yes.
Well,
No,
let me say this.
True.
Let me say this because I'll tell you all a funny story. When they got there, I said, "Hey, how's it going?" I said, "Hi," and her 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 guy, that güerito, I don't know. You know who the guy name is? That little güerito guy.
Mm,
with
No.
her.
It's some guy that takes care of her things here in Brownsville. I don't know why she has a gringo. No offense against gringos, right? But taking care of the stuff down here in Brownsville. But she goes out there and tells him in front of me, and she goes, "Well, why didn't you tell me about this meeting?" And she tells the guy, and I went out there and I said, we've been posting on it since this weekend. I mean, literally, PUB had to post it on Friday because of the 72 hours. And so she goes out there and tells him, hey, why weren't you on social media finding this information out? The guy goes, well, I don't use social media. And I looked at her going, that's a pretty stupid comment. Are you sure? I mean, how stupid can the guy be? I mean, what do you mean you're not on social media, dude? I mean, where you getting your information from? The news?
The newspaper.
I mean, the guy's an imbecile. Sorry, I don't know who the guy is, but the guy was an imbecile. Defined incumbents: Troy Lopez, Eddie Trevino, Gus Reese, Sylvia Garza Perez, Benny Ochoa, something like that. All of them need to go. They're all going to get away with it. They have the armed forces behind them. I don't think so. Anime police, teachers, etc., all under indictment or investigation. They are placed on paid leave. Why aren't residents allowed to choose their own electric provider? Because we have nobody else here. We are so glad to have Magic Valley because PUB is nuts. Hey, that's my sister. You still owe me a trip to Cancun. You think the Madrina's hands are on this from prison? Sylvia, give back the money. Yes, don't lie. I said chente con la gente, and she made her chola face at me. She was asked about why she was late by one of the security guards. Mayra Flores went there in hopes of getting political contributions from John Boucher.
Oh,
There
yeah.
she goes. She abandoned us.
I ran out of battery. I had to go run and get the battery cord.
I've seen little Eddie's just promoting himself going to schools because he's going to run for Texas assessor. He's out of his league. Doesn't meet the height requirement. Doesn't meet the height requirement for more carnival rides. Does Vicente care? Gente con la gente. No, look, I consider it a misstep from the Chente people for him not coming forward and sending people at least or something to say, hey, we want to know what's going on with the citizens of Brownsville. There's a big disconnect. And I'm going to say this again. I know that some folks, and I'm not going to mention who, but besides Carlo, some people out there said, it's just political. Look, guys, I'm not friends with Mayra Flores, unlike some people here. Not buddy buddies. I tend to feel that I call it the way it is, but I want the attention that could be brought by having a Congress person at our fights. So I honestly wish that more people would be out there. I wish. Look, I honestly, and with all fairness, I wish the city commissioners had been out there. At least they'd be representing the people.
Right.
I honestly, and again, I wish that the county commissioners were there.
Mm-hmm.
I wish Joey Lopez would have been there. Eddie Trevino would say, you know what, guys, maybe I got duped, but I'm here, doing the right thing. No one was there.
Mm-mm.
And this is the type of situation that you want some form of leadership there, individuals who are representing the people of this area. And that's what the ex officio crapo shitto mayor position is supposed to be on the PUB thing.
Mm-hmm.
Watching over, looking after, and they failed us.
Mm-hmm.
Every mayor, Tony Martinez failed us, and I'm sorry, Trey Mendez has failed us. But I wished that there was more presence there. I mean, I had city commissioners sending me messages asking me what was going on with the meeting. Why?
Yeah, they shouldn't only be at the positive things, the ribbon cutting here and the photo op there and this downtown cultural or whatever, and the zoo. And I mean, those are great things, but that's not your only responsibility.
Would it have been great, Carlo, if the city commission had been there?
Mm-hmm.
Let me put it this way. Wouldn't y'all have maybe respected them just a little bit more if they had?
I agree with you. With anybody not named in the audit, because I imagine anybody named in the audit, if they're smart, they've talked to an attorney and the attorney has said, do not say a word from this moment on.
Stay away.
Huh?
Stay away from it as much as possible.
Yes.
Well, that's the lawyer talking in Carlo.
What's that?
That's the lawyer talking in Carlo.
Yes.
But
the two main arrogant people didn't keep their mouth shut then. Eddie and Tony Martinez didn't keep their mouth shut about it at all.
Sometimes people do that. They don't listen to advice.
Yeah, because they did go out there and mention it. But, I would have loved to have had city commissioners there that are not mentioned in the audit, county commissioners there, someone. I would have even appreciated individuals from the Port of Brownsville being there.
Mm-hmm.
We have elected officials like at every corner of Brownsville.
Mm-hmm.
No one showed up. So, again, not the greatest fan of Mayra Flores, but I'm glad that she showed up. Glad someone did. And I've had conversations with Chentes people. Chentes people are friends of mine. And I love them to death. And I've mentioned this to them. I said, guys, why isn't Chente coming out and talking about this? It is something that is concerning to the individuals that he wants to represent. And
Carlos, you need to call him up. He hasn't said a word about it.
Nothing.
You can't wear that hat until he at least speaks up about it.
Yeah, that's the goal.
Okay. Okay. Well, I'll
But you
see
know,
what.
but something. No, and trust me, I know some of the, and I'm sure Carlos does too. Some of the ah close people to Chente, and I've said,
Yeah.
guys, it's a missed opportunity. You know, it's a missed opportunity for him to say, "Hey, I'm not." You know, 'cause one of my biggest pet peeves for the longest time is that we elect these people, and then they go to Washington or they go to Austin, Texas, and then they don't give us the time of day. You know, ni nos pelan. So if they're not going to get involved in the concerns of the citizens that they represent while they're campaigning, what's to make us believe that, let's say Chente wins this race? What's going to make me believe that next year when Tony Martinez gets indicted and we find another Tenasca deal out there, that he's actually going to come down and, help us be that voice at that level, I don't know. Chente no está con la gente ahorita.
It is Myra's district, to be fair.
No,
So
yeah, and again, that was the statement that was shared to me, and I mentioned it. Look, I'm going to be fair about it, and they mentioned, they said that's what is there's a certain quorum, decorum, where you have the individual, uh, not interfere in someone else's race. I said, well, that's fine, but he's running to represent these people, us people. So I want a little bit. Tell me what you're going to do for me, you know, because I have yet to hear Chente say what he's going to do for us here in Brownsville. And can you, Carlos, name something that he stated that he is going to do for the people of Brownsville? No, he talks about
District 15.
abortion and January the 6th. I mean, we saw the video, and I'm going like, bitch, no one here gives a rat's ass
He
about
wants to.
January the
Is it
6th.
us?
Huh?
No,
no,
it's him.
they,
What? Did they freeze?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know. Did you see the video, Susan?
Yes, I did. I reposted it.
Oh,
They're back. No one gives a flying freak about January 6th. Everyone cares about their PUB bill.
Yeah.
we should be caring about January 6th.
I do care.
Well, they're out there talking. It's the only talking point that they've shared. I mean, they had a little powwow where they got Joey Lopez,
All of them.
Eddie
Eddie,
Trevino,
Sylvia,
Garza Perez,
Gus,
Chente, Gus
Luis,
Reese, all
Luis.
these people. You got these people on stage, and his talking point was January the 6th. And I'm going like, you're missing the mark.
Like, get with something relevant.
Right.
Yes. Look, I want them to talk about uh, PUB if they're campaigning here in Brownsville. I want them to talk about PUB. I want them to talk about the border, guys. My office is right here, guys. I mean, I'm talking about thousands of individuals, and they're not from here, and and again, God bless them. They're consuming our resources. They're consuming our resources, guys, at a time that our resources are very, very low, and we're not at that point where we could afford to feed everyone out there when you've got these big old ass lines on down Paredes trying to get a basket of crappy food. No offense, food bank, but it's generic food. And no offense, but the point is, I want these politicians to know what's going on here locally.
I'm talking to somebody right now from Chente's camp. They say they can't really send somebody.
Let me call Myra right now.
I can't call either.
I mean, she might make a scene if she sees somebody from his people there.
Look, I'll challenge both of y'all. I'll challenge both of y'all because I got both sides. Carlo, I challenge you. Get Chente on for 15 minutes. Just me and him, nobody else.
I'll accept the challenge. I'll accept the challenge.
15 minutes. Susan, I challenge you, Susan. 15 minutes. No one else, just me and her. And we'll talk for the hour if they want. But I challenge 15 minutes. Tell us know what your platform is, what you're going to do for me, baby. You know?
So if I get Myra on first, then he has to wear a Myra cap for a week.
All right, let's do Andale.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Fair is fair.
And if Susan, and if you get it before Susan, then Susan has to wear a Chenta cap for a week.
Damn, let me text him right now. I don't know if I
Guys, we got a challenge going. No, and look, it's a perfect time, guys. Next week it'll be perfect timing before early voting. Let's do it. Challenge, guys. Have a great evening. Thank you guys for everything y'all doing. Ahorita Carlos, Susan, I text.
Please.
Guys, have a great evening. Social distance, face covering, hand sanitizer, guys. Tomorrow morning meeting at 5:30. No, 5 o'clock. 5 o'clock. 5 o'clock. 5 o'clock at City Commission, guys. I'll be there. We'll be there. You be there. Guys, be good to each other. Continue to be good to me. See you tomorrow morning at 9 o'clock in the morning. Adios.
Bye.
Bye, guys.